Hello, Scorpio. This reading is for you. I think we're just going to do a general message. May get into other topics if something comes up in the reading, but we'll just go from there. So for the decks I'm using the Lubanco Tarot. And then I may be using the Surrealist Tarot for further clarification, which in my opinion is kind of like using a drawing blanks with words. It's not a good time to draw blanks with words. An Oracle deck. Because that deck is just so out there. It's fun and it's brilliant, but it throws me off. So, and I may also use an actual Oracle deck. This is Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. All right, so to start off, we got the first two cards that came out here together are Death and the Fool card coming out together. So right off the back, we're getting transformation. Transformation, and Scorpio, you're coming out on the very first card. This is your card. Death. Death is representative of the Scorpio energy. So let's not get it twisted. Death is talking about this is talking about transformation, which can clearly be seen here, where the horse is jumping through some type of a light. But it does look like he's coming out on the dark side instead of the light side. I don't necessarily think that means it's anything bad. I just think it means you're not in the boat of ignorance is bliss. Scars might be ugly, but they're there for a reminder. They're there to teach you, or a reminder of what you went through. And even though scars could be something ugly to one person, it might be something beautiful or unique, or the thing that makes you stand out to another person. And scars don't have to be physical. Scars can be emotional or obviously traumatizing. And then for this Fool card we got here coming out, this Fool card's different, okay? This guy is jumping into it, and whether he realizes it or not, the universe is helping, providing him with wings to fly, completely oblivious to any perils that might be that could possibly meet him if he didn't make that jump. So with those two cards coming out together, it's telling me that not only is this a period of transformation, but this is like a new beginning. So as it goes with anything, with cycles, when something ends, it's an opportunity for something new to begin. The end is never the end. It's just the end of something, and something new is coming in its place. And again, with those two cards, those are major arcana cards, so I'm definitely going to clarify those further. So this is good. This is great. It might be scary, but I feel like you're not afraid to make that leap. You are just bulldozing through. Mainly, I think because of the transformation that you've gone through. Look, and like this fool is wearing armor. Got my little lip filter in there. Again, this Fool card is totally different than most Fool cards. Usually the Fool card is wearing like barely nothing and carrying a stick with this like a satchel and like the bare minimum things of what they might need, which pretty much is saying that they definitely don't have everything they need with them, and they're just embarking on this perilous journey and having no clue where they're going or how they're going to get there or anything. This Fool is wearing armor. This Fool, again, in most Fool cards, it's a fool about to fall off of a cliff or about to take a leap. This Fool card is taking a leap. So you are springing forward. So I feel like this transformation kind of just like jolted you forward. So the next cards we got out here are another major arcana card, the Judgment card, with what was that? The Ten of Cups. Again, another ending. And the Judgment card is 20. That's 2 10s in the reverse. 10 and 2 10s. Okay, so don't ignore the synchronicities that are happening around you, especially when you see duplicating numbers. With these two cards coming out together, this card, when I first pulled this card, I always pre-pull cards because I try to make these videos as short as possible, and then I end up talking about some shit and they're long as fuck anyway, but whatever. This is the card in the upright. So this in the reverse, and like with the Death and energy, or the Death and the Fool card energy coming out together, I heard cast out from hell. I don't know why, but I mean, I know why. Look, does that not look like that? Because like, even if it's like in this way, it looks like a portal out of hell. So I think you've been through some fucking shit, man. Been through hell and back again and back again and back again. And it's almost like demons is your people. Look at this guy back here. Not even on purpose. That's a pillowcase I got with a Krampus on it. The Santa Claus versions down here. Two sides of the same coin, though. Two sides of the same coin. It just depends on the mythology that you're exposed to. So I think it's, for one, with this Judgment card coming out in the reverse, I think it's saying be careful of things aren't always what they seem, and don't take things at face value, because that is something that a fool would do. And even though the Fool card came out here, it didn't come out alone. It came out with the Death card. So this isn't a new thing for you. Like, you're starting on a new journey, but I don't feel like it's like it's your first rodeo. It's like, whether you realize it or not, you innately know what to do instinctually. And that includes how to interpret a situation that's being presented to you. Like, because Scorpios are very, like, keep to themselves and tend to be secretive and can seem sneaky to others, but really it's because they're really just taking in everything and really just trying to understand as much information as they possibly can to know how to navigate, to know how to move, and to know what advantages or disadvantages might be coming up on them. So that's why, and with the Judgment in reverse, I feel like, considering what you've been through in your past and how you're not coming out lily white on this new journey, you got a darkness to you too. You're not judging it. You're accepting it. And that's part of this transformation that you're going through. And with this Ten of Cups coming out together, or coming out with that Judgment card, I'm feeling like it's saying, like, as far as the love goes, because even though this is the Ten of Cups, there's only one cup being shown there. And it's almost like the Ace of Cups. And this looks very phallic in nature. And there's a deer with some crazy antlers up there. It's kind of blurry. So I feel like this is saying, like, especially when it has to do with love, or like a romantic partner, I like just totally drew a blank. I was on a roll and it was just like bloop, 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 just flew away. This is why my videos are so long. All these thoughts just like be going through my head and I'm just trying to get them out as fast as I can. And then they go away. So I guess it wasn't meant for me to say, but I'm hearing that old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. And I feel like you feel like that's like really cliche, because only morons would judge a book by its cover, especially in today's day and age. So with this Ten of Cups coming out with the Judgment card, I believe it's saying like you don't, your version of what the Ten of Cups looks like to you, which is like happy life, happy family, everything, you have everything you can need or want, especially when it's concerning your family. So it's not necessarily about material possessions, but it's about like what you need, not just emotionally, but physically, and what your loved ones need. And it's there and you have it and you have access to it. I think it's saying that your version of that is probably different from other people's versions, or at least the version that you thought that you used to think what the Ten of Cups was supposed to be like. You don't feel that way anymore. And it has to do with the transformation that you're going through. So we might come back to that one with the Major Arcana card there. So then the next set of cards that came out together are the Three of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So I don't know why, but like when I pulled this card, I heard like, okay, it was like Conan the Barbarian theme music. I think it's Conan the Barbarian. I'm not going to sing it because I don't want to look stupid or sound stupid, whatever. But when I was pulling the cards, I heard that and I started singing it. So again, I feel like you're just coming up out of the depths. Coming up out of the depths and creating some crazy ass shit, because the Three of Wands is all about manifesting, and it's the moment before your manifestations start to take form, and you're still in the stage of you don't know what this is yet. And to further explain that is the Knight of Cups, which to me normally is like fuckboy energy. But with these two cards, look, this Knight of Cups, he got like some kind of like golden thorn things coming out of his head. And remember we had this stallion, this male deer. Sorry. So this guy is all into his appearances and he's on a pretty little white horse, but I think this person might have the potential to be something great. Now, whether this is you or somebody that you're potentially manifesting into your life, remains to be seen. You could be manifesting going on a journey, and maybe a journey that might involve not like a carefree journey, which would make sense with the Fool card. With the Fool card coming out here, just kind of like letting the chips fall where they may, not really being too serious. Anybody you might encounter, you're not there for a long time, you're just there for a good time. It could be that, or you could be manifesting that because maybe you just want to have a good time. Maybe you don't even want, maybe you're single and you want to be single and you want to stay single. Maybe you don't want to have any serious relationships. Could be a friend. It could be I don't feel that it's a business opportunity because I feel like this is tied to emotions, with this being the Knight of Cups, and there's a waterfall in the background, so. And a lot of times I've seen the Three of Wands in different decks, and it usually has something to do with water also, even though it is a Wands card, because when you're manifesting, you're using alchemy and you're mixing and combining different elements to create something new, which is essentially manifesting. So you're pulling something. You are, through your transformational energy and your go-getter attitude and just really just going forward and trying to be open-minded and not judge shit. You're manifesting this energy of that same type of energy coming back to you. So normally I would always be weary of the Knight of Cups coming up in a reading, but for me, I don't feel like this is a Knight of Cups that's really a threat. I mean, honestly, they might be gay. They might be gay. They might be into wearing makeup and dresses and bedazzling and stuff like that. And I'm a female, so it's hard. I know that there might be guys watching this also. So like when you see the Knight of Cups, you think potential mate situation, but I don't know, maybe this isn't a potential mate situation. Maybe this is a new friend. And it's funny because when I started this reading, in my head I was like, no new friends. So maybe it's time to be open to some new friends, because of where you're going in your life and the transformation that you're making. You don't hold judgment on other people, but that doesn't mean they can come with you on your journey. And you don't judge them for that. But you have to, you understand in your current stage of life that you can love somebody from a distance. And that's okay. And the last cards we have out was the Four of Cups in reverse and the Five of Wands in the reverse. So that's these two cards coming out together here. This reminds me of like the Hindu goddesses of the blue skin. So with these two cards coming out together in the reverse, I'm hearing that you're like restless. You're like restless and like, see like this card in the upright, to get a better view of it, like these cups are like buried and decrepit and the sand's like, or the grass is like overgrown. And then this cup is the fourth cup and it's like ethereal. It's like not quite physical. It's like an idea. It's like something that you're manifesting. And a single cup would be reminiscent of the Ace of Cups, which is talking about a new level of reaching some new level of emotion, whether it be with yourself or with someone else. It could be a new love. It could also be about self-love. And she's not looking at it anyway. She's not even focusing on any of those cups anyway. She's completely distracted. So with this being in the reverse, I feel like you're not distracted. You have your eye on the prize, and you know what you see this new love coming. Again, and it might not be romantic, and it might not even be with another person. It might just be a new passion that you have discovered, something that you're working on, a new project or something. And with the Five of Wands in the reverse, I feel like it's saying, I heard there is no competition. There are no competitors. So it's kind of like you don't see, there's nobody really in your situation right now. No new friends, no new potential lovers, no new situations. It's like the potential of it happening, and you're not fighting. You're not trying to make it be one way or the other, or trying to put parameters on it, because whatever it is, it's not quite here yet. It's not manifested yet. But what is here is the Ten of Cups. You already have a happy life, happy home life. You're well taken care of, and your family's well taken care of. So it's like whatever else comes is really irrelevant and doesn't even really matter. I mean, it matters, but it's not anything to like get yourself, sorry, I gotta plug in my phone here, get yourself worked up over, or yeah, whatever. And it's because of this energy here, this transformation energy, the Death card. Because, and again, paired that with the Fool energy, it's like you understand that you may not know how to get to the other side, but if you have the will to do it, you just fucking do it, and then let the chips fall where they may. You don't judge the situation. You plan for it as much as you can, like wearing the loose fitting armor, but there's no way that you can know and plan for everything, because you just don't know what's coming towards you, to be honest. I mean, you have an idea because you can sense the energy, because I do feel that you're very intuitive and you're very in touch with what's going on around you. And I think that's being shown plainly here with the Death card in the upright and the Judgment card in the reverse. And you know that Spirit's always there with you and on your side. And, you know, sometimes Spirit might seem scary. Sometimes it might, or situations might seem scary, and they might even be painful to go through, and they might be unpleasant. Somebody might be an awful person that you meet, but then when you go through it, and in the end you're still standing on your own 2 feet, you know, hindsight's 20/20. So let me just pull some cards here. Sorry for the shaking. I'm on my bed, so okay, a bunch of cards just flew out. Interesting card there. This card came out to further explain the Death card and the Fool card, which is the Nine of Pentacles. It's kind of hard to see because it's dark, but that fucking looks like an Anunnaki Enki. Looks like Enki. My cat Enki's laying right beside me. There's a lady in the back. I'm gonna come back to that. What are these other cards that came out? What the fuck, yo? I'm just gonna take that one card. Alright, so with the Nine of Pentacles coming out here, I'm hearing some things are obvious and some things aren't obvious. So just looking at this card, like, sorry, there's like a shing shing. There's like a flower thing down there, which is obvious, and the sky in the background, which is obvious, but it's harder to see. There's like this woman back here, and this statue's got like these eye things all over it. So I think this goes back to what I was saying earlier with the Justice card, even though this came out to further explain the Death and the Fool card, that things aren't always what they seem, and depending on your perspective, depends on what you'll be exposed to and what you'll experience. Also, the Nine of Pentacles is saying that you're almost there. You're almost at another precipice of another change. You got your emotional shit in check, and I just feel like you might be feeling a little bit insecure on this new journey as far as finances are concerned. But you're already there, but it's like you don't feel like you're there because of your own like thought, like your negative self-talk. What is this? Four Swords in the reverse and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So I just pulled two cards for the Judgment in the reverse and the Ten of Cups, and it's two fours. Two fours that came out with the cards that are, I mean, this is the numeral, again, words are hard. For 20, but an X represents 10, and there's two X's, and there's another 10. So, okay, so this is definitely talking about synchronicities, and because you paid attention to the synchronicities, it led you down a path where you were able to see things from a different perspective and not have that judgment that you would have had maybe previously before you went through this transformation. And you got the Four of Cups already out here, and the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords in the reverse. So I think this is definitely talking about you being stable, stabilizing. And look, this card in the upright looks like a funeral or something, right? It's in the reverse. And this one looks like a walking house. It's in the reverse. Hold on, I just gotta look at these cards for a minute because these cards are crazy. There's another pink flower here. Another pink flower. And you know what? This statue looking dude, which I know is hard to see, looks pretty similar to this guy. Alright, so I'm getting this is from the past. This is like past energy, maybe even from like past lifetime energy. But you see things in your now lifetime that stand out to you, and you don't really know why they stand out to you, but it's because they have to do with your past lives. And sorry, these cards are just... Okay, so I'm also getting that you're feeling restless and right, I think I touched on this a little bit, like not being too sure about your finances. I think I was just saying about that. With the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like maybe the reason why you feel like your finances are fucked is because of your spending habits or your mindset towards your spending habits and towards the idea of abundance. Because if you live in lack, that's the energy that you put out and that's the energy that you'll get back. So be mindful of that, and it's easier said than done, but you kind of almost have to lie to yourself to like force yourself to believe that you have something, and then you will have it. That is how you manifest. So if you go around telling yourself, well, I don't really have the money to buy that thing that I always wanted, you're going to continue not to have the money to buy that thing that you always wanted. Because you do have it, you're just, like, I don't want to spend it on that. Or you're spending, you're buying things that you don't really need because it's in your price range. And you're just like, oh yeah, I'll buy that because it's going to make me feel better. When that's like you living in lack because, you could really buy that thing that you really want or really need that's more expensive by not buying stupid things that you don't need that are in your price range. First thing that comes to mind is Temu. I don't know if that's how you say it, but there's a lot of pointless shit on there that's really cheap. There might be some things on there that are cool. There are definitely some things on there that are cool. But you're going to get what you pay for. It's not going to be the greatest quality. Wait, what did I just do? Did I just mix up my cards? No. We got the Empress card coming out here for the Three of Wands and the Knight of Cups. I get it. So with the three of, the Empress card coming out to further explain these two cards here, I think that's why you're not really concerned about this energy of the Knight of Cups here, because you're the fucking Empress. And you're just like, I mean, hey, that's cool. There's somebody, there's this thing, there's this person, they're pretty, they're attractive, they're paying me attention, it could be fun. It's not because you don't care about them, it's because you're like literally on another level. The Empress is the queen of all queens. She is Mother Earth, and she's incredibly nurturing and loving and abundant. So naturally, whatever this energy is that you're putting out, that you're manifesting, is going to attract... Okay, I got it. It's going to attract people that are less than. And they're not doing it because they're trying to, like, screw you over. I mean, some of them might be doing it. But I think it's just like a moth to a flame. They can't help but to notice you and to be attracted to you, especially when you're putting out this manifesting energy of whatever this is that you're creating. And I really feel like more and more it's this new world, this new life that you're creating for yourself. What about the last cards, the Four of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Wands in the reverse. Again, we got the Queen of Cups. Really similar looking here to the Empress. Wouldn't you say? Except the Empress is standing on solid ground and above the water, while the Queen of Cups looks like she is completely submerged in water, even though she is also grounded while she is in the water. I'm hearing mermaids, and is that a bat wing? Interesting. I don't know what that is. I can't really tell. Again, I'm getting a very Piscean energy here with this card. Very intuitive, psychic, most likely. It's like seeing into other worlds, like seeing the worlds merging. Seeing your old world and your new world merging. It's like you're getting glimpses of what this energy is that you're manifesting, of this new life that you're creating, like overlapping your current situation, like blipping in and out of jumping back and forth to different timelines. How exciting! Like jumping back and forth between different timelines. Transformation. That coming out with, right, the four of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Wands in the reverse is like, again, reflective of like that Empress energy. Like you're not worried about what's behind you. You're only looking forward, and you are in the flow of the energy that's surrounding you, because you know when you're in water you literally have to swim and flow with it. And you've learned how to maintain in that environment, completely submerged in your emotions and not letting them like rule or overtake you. Interesting. Okay, so final messages. I'm going to use an actual oracle deck. Final thoughts and messages for Scorpio, please. I don't know how long this video is, so it's getting up there. Oh, that's a lot. Messages for Scorpio. Okay. Shark. Swim away from this situation. Isn't that funny? I was just talking about the water. Says, swim away from this situation. Okay. She does kind of look like she's hiding out here, making an escape. Like, she's been hiding, and now she just sees that it's her opportunity to move forward. And in this card, it almost looks like he's like, why not? And she's like, oh, I gotta do something. Like, she's almost like, huh? What? Oh, yeah. No. Okay. What else? What is this situation that Scorpio needs to get away from? I think you're getting away from it anyway, especially with the transformation here, the universe. We're all just stardust. Next card that came out is the universe. We're all just stardust. I think you're starting to realize your worth and your potential, and at the same time seeing other people's worth and potential and knowing that it doesn't have to mean anything to you other than acknowledging it and not feeling guilty about not settling. And that includes romantic relationships, jobs, family members, friendships. Like, if people aren't doing it for you for whatever reason, like, you're totally fine with not dealing with them and cutting them off, blocking them, or just keeping your distance. And that doesn't mean that you think well, you might think less of them, but that's their journey and that's their path, and it doesn't have to be yours. Let me just get one more card for advice, final messages. Villain, you can always rewrite your story. This is an interesting card to me because she's like about to smash open the conch shell, which there's usually a living being in there, so that's interesting. Yeah, she's got red hair too, huh? Villain, you can always change your story. And she's wearing a yellow dress with pink flowers. It's another pink flower again. Pink usually represents purity. I mean, white represents purity, but pink is like innocent, like love and gentleness and stuff like that. But you look at her and you don't expect her to want to just randomly destroy some sea creature just to see what will happen. Yeah, I think it's saying, like, it doesn't matter what has happened in your past, and it only matters what you do right now and the choices that you make right now, because that will define the next now, not necessarily the future, because all there is now. Everything is happening now. Time is an illusion. And that is why the universe card came out here. We are all stardust. Everything that is in our bodies, you can find in space. Everything. We are literally made of stardust. Our brain also can create any drug that's available that we're aware of. Our brain can also create it. We are mythical, magical creatures. And it's okay for you to decide that somebody's not your cup of tea and just move on and walk away. And it's okay to, if maybe you've done some things before that would lead you to this point to be like, well, this is what I've always done, so this is what I'm going to do. But you don't always have to do what you've always done. You can do whatever the fuck you want. That's the joy of being alive. Alright, Scorpio, so that's my reading for you, and I truly, truly hope you got something out of it, and thank you so much for viewing my content. Alright, have a wonderful February. Okay, bye.